Hello, everybody. It's Jester. I'm back here with episode 4 of the beta interview. Today we have Apollo. Say hello, man.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Okay. So, as always, I'm going to ask him a variety of questions. We're going to just talk about, their experiences in the BaitCom and everything. So, the first question I'm going to really just get into what is your opinion on the current state of the community?
Well, I think the current day of the community is infested by sophistry. Like a lot of these dudes are just like dishonest in the debate. They don't really make any actual legitimate arguments, and the vast majority of the times they don't know what you're actually talking about, and it comes off as cringe, to be honest.
Okay, okay. I mean, you talk about like sophistry. Who do you think are like the biggest perpetrators of that?
Reaper is one of them. Could say all the persons who uses that cringe cars paradox fucking bullshit.
That's just him in specific. That's who comes to mind.
Him and some others, yeah.
Okay, okay.
But he's like the major, I guess, instigator of that fucking move, I guess.
I got you. So, I asked a couple of people this. What is your opinions on the new gen versus the old generation? You could pick off your top 5 for current day for back then. How you think that would work up?
Okay, so the thing is though, when you talk about new gens, are you talking about from my time when I just entered? And when you talk about old gen, are you talking about the generation of debaters from before I entered this community?
I'm talking about post TikTok and pre TikTok.
Oh, okay. So I guess let's see. I don't really have an opinion on the new gen like that, right? I wasn't as fully active as I would have normally been in this community the past month or so. But on the in the old I guess from the old gen, excluding me, of course, I think the best debaters would be my top five would be, let's see, I guess Trini. Then you have Seth. Then you have Parrot. Let's see. Those are the top three I'm thinking about at the moment. I'll have to figure the other two, I guess. But those are three persons who come in mind when I think about top tiers from the old gen community, like pre TikTok. I'm not including myself in it, of course.
Okay. I mean, you say you don't want to exclude yourself, but um, I'll just ask you this: like, do you think you are the best? And if so, explain why for
In this
everybody.
specific community,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess, especially my topics. But I don't think I'm the best as a debater overall. I think there are people in the overall debating community, like if you include like the philosophy community, who are more knowledgeable and well versed than me on my topics, right? In
Uh.
this community specifically, I would say, yeah, I think I'm the best.
Okay. So just excluding like places like politics and religion, just like this, the Baycom that we've
Hmm.
here, like basically the
Yeah.
fictional. Okay. So you think you're just the best? You think you're just the most consistent? All right, no problem. And so I ask you this: you even do you being the best? I know a lot of debaters sometimes they face adversity from time to time. So I'd say, who do you think gave you a debate that was like, yo, like I need to get out this VC, like I can't wait until I stop talking to this person, and you give you the feeling like after the debate ended, like you never want to talk to them again. Like who was like your most hardest debate? Like what do you think?
Well, I never fully experienced it. I've never experienced something like that, but I've experienced cases where I definitely feel as if I'm getting pressed, right? And I think that came across, like for example, when I debated Trini or when I debated you on gun control, because the gun control debate was a topic I have minimal knowledge on, and you had good arguments in that specific debate. So I was like, yeah, I was definitely getting pressed, and I had to like pull off something, right? So those are two debates on the top of my mind, whereas definitely getting pressed on to some degree. I think there are a couple other debates. Oh yeah, my debate with Gios. The first debate I've had with Gios when I lost. I think yeah, that debate was the worst one I've had. But I guess in the second one I kind of got my revenge.
Okay, okay. So from when you initially entered the community up until now, do you feel like you've drastically improved?
Oh yeah, fucking hell yeah, holy shit!
Yeah, like how much? Like, give me
Like
some
by
type of insight.
like a by a lot. Like I guess I was like, let's see, I was like a I was perhaps even worse than Reap when I just joined the community actually.
Like you were losing to like Reaper level threats type stuff.
Well, I lost to, let's put it this way, I lost to like godly when it was like B tier back then. And I was like, I guess I was losing. I never like explicitly lost because when I just joined the community, I didn't actually debate that actively. Right, I was majorly like a text goon who was just like spectate debates and just like listen to high tiers. But I'm in fact confident that I was not anywhere close to the level that I'm at right now, both knowledge wise and rhetorically.
Okay. And so, what do you think helped you drastically improve?
Well, listen to debaters, like I listen to certain debates. I guess there are certain set debates I've listened to. Even certain debates from Nudes Another Person, and even Arrow. And also, the major thing that's helped me improving was reading, I guess, a bit of argumentation theory. And then from argumentation theory, I actually delved into philosophy. And that's where I actually took the like step up. But yeah.
Okay. And so, like, you as a debater, what do you think about you? Is there anything specifically unique about the way that you debate that makes you stick out from the other general part of the community?
Um, I would say maybe in the sense of the fact that how maybe I think it majorly lies in my application of my knowledge. I think I apply knowledge in a unique sense, which no one else really does, especially in the philosophical sense. Like even in the fictional debate setting, I can apply philosophy knowledge in such a useful way that actually makes a person realize that they're wrong on some particular top point that they're debating on, regardless of the fact that philosophy doesn't really have anything to do with like that fictional debate setting. So I guess in that specific way, like in terms of how I apply my knowledge, I think that's the unique part about me that I don't really see in other debaters that um debates in the current community.
Okay. Is there anybody lately that has particularly impressed you in any community?
Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, in an okay, when you say any community, does that involve like the philosophy community?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nyclot. I think he's one of the few persons who is definitely better than me. Yeah.
And you've debated this guy or no?
No, we've majorly had discussions. He would advise me on certain stuff, and he'd even show me certain stuff that I did not know or I'm not aware of. But yeah, I'm confident that he's better than me. But I won't say by a very large degree. But yeah, the gap is still there.
Okay. So you feel like you could just feel when somebody is just better than you.
Well, yeah, depending on discussions and so on. But I haven't really experienced that a lot of times recently, I guess.
Can you like expand upon like what do you mean by that? Like for like everybody else to listening to this, like when you just feel like somebody is just like just a better
Well,
debater
I
or
can know when someone is better than me on a certain topic, right? I can know whether someone is more well-versed than me. Like, for example, I'm not going to be as delusional to say that, hey, I'm better than Jester on DC or I'm better than Arrow and Cross versus martial arts. Like, there's obviously gaps there, right? And I think when you're realistic enough to realize that, that's when you're going to actually be able to improve as a debater. However, I'm not really sure about whether I've actually had an experience similar to that when I'm talking about overall debating skill.
okay. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. I'm saying like overall debating skill. You just felt like this guy had something that you just didn't
Yeah,
throughout
like
this.
his composure, his rhetoric, and also knowledge-wise, superior to me. So yeah.
All right. And I think the last question I think a lot of people would love to hear your opinion about is, you know, well, I'll ask you two questions here. What are your opinions on the whole rhetoric versus argumentation thing?
Oh, that's a good question. Originally, when I joined the community, I was the argumentation type. I valued arguments more. But then it's gonna really depend because in this community specifically, the ethos is more valued. The ethos is just the character personality of the debater, which is gonna be rhetorical. So I would say in this specific community, rhetoric is definitely more important when it comes to actually making people believe that you're winning. But if you're talking about the philosophical side of the community, which I've also debated in, the logos is more valid, which is the argumentative content. So it's going to really depend on the community you're actually debating in. But overall, though, I give it to art, to, not argumentation, but to rhetoric a little bit more because I think rhetoric not only encompasses argumentation to some degree, but it's also something which would persuade me that someone is actually a better debater than someone else, even with a stronger argumentative background.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any debate in specific that made you value rhetoric a bit more? Because I know we've had a previous conversation where you were very heavy on the argumentation, but I feel like you've had a change of heart.
Let's see. I think the debate that would, I think there are a couple of debates. Like for example, uh, I'm trying to remember. Like, I don't really have a debate in mind. I think it's just like a change in like. worldview, I guess.
All right, no problem. That's pretty much all I had to ask you. I like to keep them a little bit over 10 minutes. Thank you for coming on here, and thank you for letting me ask you some questions. And thank everybody else for watching. That is it. I'll see you guys in the next episode.